never understand why somebody would title a film something when there's already a film with that title. I'm talking about I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is the 2016 version, not the one from, I believe, the late 80s or early 90s. I think it shows significant lack of creativity and or lack of research. However, that's not the biggest problem with this film. And having said that, I don't think this is the worst film ever, and there were aspects of it that I liked. So this was released, as I said, in 2016, and it's directed by James Brolin and written by Robin Bernheim. And the cast is fine. The acting is fine. The performances are all round good. We also have two really great performances. But what I don't like about this film is, first of all, the lack of interesting narrative and the lack of likable characters apart from two. So the description from IMDb reads as follows. Jackie Foster is a dynamic assistant district attorney and single mom. But when Jackie's estranged dad, Jack, a gruff, retired police officer, unexpectedly shows up at her door, they will be forced to confront old wounds. So she has a bit of an estranged relationship with her father. We have quite some animosity when he turns up, but straight away I liked Jack. I really liked him. He is played by James Brolin, who directed the film. I love him in this. He's amazing. The character is really likable. I think he's brilliant. And the way he interacts with Nose, the dog in this, it's lovely to see and really thoroughly enjoyable, and one of the aspects that I liked. And I feel bad saying that I loved his performance, but I didn't really like the film he directed. I have very mixed emotions about that. The fact that this is centering around a DA and a retired policeman is something that I thought I would have loved, because I eat, sleep and breathe true crime fiction. I write crime fiction. I thought it's a crime-based Christmas film, I'm going to absolutely love it. And I didn't. I think for me that just the balance wasn't right. There was some police activity in this or investigation, but not enough to make it feel like it was worth paying attention to. So I feel like they should have either completely ignored that aspect. Yes, mention he's a retired cop, but maybe ignore the rest of it, or make it more prominent. I don't think it got the balance right. Maybe in the director's cut there's more of it, I don't know. But with the final version at least, it doesn't feel balanced at all. The other aspect that I didn't like is Jackie and also Mike. There's nothing wrong with them as characters. They're not bad. I just think they're very flat, almost two-dimensional. The performances are fine. I just feel the characters are underwritten, not very relatable, not very likable, don't care about their actions. Their actions were believable, but dull. So I wasn't really bothered. The real relationship that I'm interested in is the relationship between Gracie and the Grinch. The Grinch is the name she gives to her grandfather, Jack. Gracie is a wonderful character in this. She's got a great attitude. She's fun to watch. She's played by Giselle Eisenberg, and the performance is just so fabulous. She's got this infectious happiness about her, and I love the way she interacts with her grandfather, and she's got this brilliant outlook on life, and I thoroughly enjoyed her performance. So Gracie and Jack make this film something quite interesting, as does Nose, the dog. Our real protagonists, Jackie, Mike, and also Rand, never to be called Randy, they're very boring, and I don't really find them that interesting. And the problem with balance also makes it a bit jarring. So it's not the worst film in the world. It wasn't bad. There are aspects that I like. The title could have been better. There was a little bit of character development with Jackie. I think she did have quite a nice little journey, and that I did like. And towards the end, I started to like her a bit more and found her quite interesting. Well, moderately interesting. But for me, Jack and Gracie are the stars of the show. For them, I'd say it's worth watching once, but it's not likely to be a film that I will ever watch again.